All right, guys. I know you're looking like, wait a minute, this looks different than the regular studio. Guys, you need to know that I am on vacation. I am on vacation in Fort Lauderdale. I said, I just need to get away and have some time to just think. And then, I was like, man, who do I know down here? And I remember I had a friend that I used to be a partner with at Sparq Designs. Remember when I was a managing partner of the Nashville office of Sparq Designs? Well, he's like my marketing bestie. Every time we get together, we love to talk about marketing. His name is Nick Brucker, and he's the owner of Sparq Designs, and he's also just acquired a new agency down here called Kip Hunter Marketing. And y'all, today's episode is about the state of marketing. We're going to talk about the trends and predictions for 2027. And guys, this is Make Believe on the Go.
All you need to do is make believe. All you need to do is make believe. When you can't find your way, all you need to do is make believe. In a world of ups and downs, in the shadows where you down, can't afford to keep wasting time. All you need to do is make believe.
All right, we're back with my bestie, my marketing bestie, Nick Brucker. What's up, brother?
What's up? It's good to be back.
Yes, we are back together. And first of all, I just got to get this out in the open. So I'm trying to find, a place to hang out. And then I was like, I think Nick, you have this new agency that you acquired down here. And I know that you come down here a lot. So I just happened to text y'all. I just happened to text Nick, and I said, "All right, what's going on in Fort Lauderdale?" He was like, "I live here now." I'm like, "Dude, what are you doing in Fort Lauderdale?" You told me the answer, but tell the people why you went from Pittsburgh to Fort Lauderdale. What's going on?
Yeah. So one of the plans with the agency was growth. Like, I've always wanted to continue to grow and expand. And so there was an opportunity that came up, and it was in Fort Lauderdale. And so we did our due diligence and met the team and had some meetings and just continued to explore. But so we established a partnership and made an acquisition with a established, well-known, successful public relations firm down here in Fort Lauderdale, which rounded out our entire service line with Sparq, which is great. And that's one of the goals that we had for 2026 in our future. And so the rest is history. I moved down here in the spring. And so, now
So you have two agencies? Or
one agency, two locations.
Two locations.
Two locations, yeah.
All right. So you have two locations, kind of like when we were doing the Nashville version of Sparq from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So you moved down here. How long you been here?
Full time, about 4 months. Yeah.
Okay. And why didn't you tell me?
I've been busy. I've been busy.
You've been busy making that money.
I still owe you that phone call.
Yeah, you still owe me that phone call, because I said I'm gonna punch in your neck when you said, "Dude, I live here," and I'm like,
"Well, I'm glad you reached out." And now,
I'm dead. Look what happened. And
We're back.
now that he lives here, I was like, well, let's do a podcast. And then I'm supposed to be on vacation. I'm supposed to be chilling.
Yeah.
But actually, you know what? You created Make Believe on the Go.
Yeah.
So now I can take Make Believe wherever I want.
That's right. And Episode 1, and we wouldn't be doing this.
Wouldn't be doing this. So I just expanded my whole brand.
Yep.
Because you moved and didn't tell me. And I'm supposed to be on vacation resting. But anyway, so today we're talking about the state of marketing.
Yeah.
And I need to say this to people first. When I first met Nick, we all were out with some friends, and we went to a restaurant, and it was about maybe 6 of us or whatever. But Nick had to strategically, he didn't have to, but I mean, he just happened to sit right across from me, and it was my first time meeting him. And then we were just comparing notes, like, I'm in marketing. He's like, oh, I'm in marketing. And then next thing I know, it was like everybody else wasn't at the table. We talked about marketing the whole dinner. Like, it was kind of like I've never found somebody that thinks the way I think, like marketing. Like, He loves marketing. I love marketing. We talk about it every time we're together. We're always like, what's going on with the trends? So I figured this would be the place
Yeah.
that we'll just live out loud.
Yeah.
And, we're professionals, guys, but I will say this. Marketing is changing. So don't hold us to everything. We're just giving you our opinions. By the time this airs, marketing probably will change again.
There'll be another AI.
It'll be
update,
another something.
another
And
platform.
so let's talk about it. Where do you see marketing going? Let's just say even for your agency, because people will be like, what's an agency? Describe what an agency is, and then where do you see your agency going in 2026?
Yeah, I
Or
think
27.
I think an agency can mean so many different things. Sometimes it's just focused on one specific vertical, design or web or public relations. So an agency is basically just a company that does certain things. For us, with the move down here and the growth, basically it allowed us to consider ourselves a full service agency. Everything from strategy, design, branding, multimedia. Now we've added media buying and public relations, which kind of rounds out, I would say, what you would consider a full service agency. And what a full service agency means is that you can kind of work with clients and do pretty much everything that falls inside of the marketing realm.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Where do you see it going? Where do you see your company going in 2027? Or do you feel like it's more the same thing? Are you guys changing with the economy, or how does that work?
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's always variables. The economy is always one. We've been told forever that marketing's the first thing that gets cut, but marketing is changing, and I don't think marketing is the thing that it should be cut whenever times are tough or companies and businesses are limited or struggling. That's the thing that you probably need to lean into more.
Yeah.
Especially today, because how people consume content, how people find brands, information, all of it.
Yeah.
You need to lean into it even heavier
Yeah.
now.
Well, what's funny is my audience is creative entrepreneurs. And so there might not be at the level of agencies, but everybody's trying to figure out what to do, how to do. And I think a lot of people, when the money gets tight, whether it's an organization or personal, they just cut the marketing side, and it's always the first thing to go. But I don't agree with that. Like, do you agree with that?
No, not at all. Because how are they supposed to increase sales, grow without having that tentacle out there supporting the business?
And I'm like, I had a client before that was like, we just need to cut back on social media. We're going to try to do our social media. And they don't realize that, one, your product's outdated. And so no shade to the person that's 75 that's running the company. But I hate to say it, like, he doesn't see the trends. He doesn't know where it's going. He wants to try to do social media, and he really needed to keep the marketing to help influence the whole dynamic of their business to even redo it, because he's just outdated. Don't even have a social media account.
Yeah.
And so that can I just say, I hate hearing from people talk about social media and tell me what they want, and they don't even have an account. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's hard to come out and say something like that and then don't have anything to validate or back it up. Yeah.
I remember I had a client that had the most horrible website. They had the worst website. And so then we started to make changes, and it was looking great. And I said, I think you should go white. And he was like, no, I don't think so. I think it needs to be colorful and earth tones and browns. And I was like, it's moving toward white spaces. And,
Yeah.
he fought me tooth and nail. And I'm sitting up here, me and my buddy, we were just talking like, dude, have you seen your current website? Why, if you have all this buy-in or all this opinion about marketing, then why didn't you do that with the horrible website that you got? but they always got something to say. And so I just wanted to say, I personally believe in marketing. Like, I spend a lot on marketing. Do you spend a lot on marketing?
We do a lot of it internally.
But I mean, you're spending it when they use their time.
Correct.
And you're paying them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that I think that where our paths have gone in different directions, you have to spend and invest on marketing, and you're now the client, right?
That's it.
On the agency side, I think a lot of agencies and agency owners struggle with this, is that they don't prioritize themselves as a client. I fall into that category too.
Yes.
And it's always something that I'm like, oh, I'm going to do that next year. I'm going to do that next month.
Yeah.
It's something that always is swept under the rug. And it's like the last thing you think about because you're focused on client success a lot of the time.
Do you think that agencies have control issues of what they think it should be? Like, I remember working at an agency before I worked with you, and I was trying to do social media. And they were so controlling about the social media. We don't want this. And I'm like, you got 300 followers.
Yeah.
Like, stop overthinking it.
Yeah.
And I remember I had to tell them overthinking it. And guess how many they still got today? And this is like 8 years later.
306.
306. They still got 300 followers. And they haven't done any content.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you do all that talking, but do you think that agencies or creative owners are just trying to control the dynamic and not letting this new organic social media just let it be what it's going to be?
Yeah, I think that there's an element to that. The other thing is that I think people want to have a bigger say in it than they really need to, and they don't let the experts in the marketing lane do their job.
No.
Think about like what you said with a client, and they wanted to dictate the color palette.
Yeah.
Why does that only happen in the marketing and the creative field? You're not going to do that with your accountant.
No.
You're not going to go fight them and say, no, we're doing it this.
Exactly.
And I don't know why, but it's that category. Everybody thinks that they have knowledge and expertise in it, even when they don't.
I always say any strength overused is a weakness. When you think you know so much, it's like you start to look weak to people. You're like, man, I thought they were strong, but he looks kind of weak. And that's what I've learned in like marketing is like people are like, clients are like, we want it this way. And then they just don't give you the opportunity. And so for me, and for people that are watching, you know, I've worked at different agencies, me and Nick were working together. And then I just started to start my own, which is Come On Creative. And one thing I want to say, because yes, I was in business with Nick, but I always keep my relationships great. So when I leave something, I don't try to burn bridges and relationships. But it was actually a time, you know, when I was telling you about this at dinner, but we never talked about it before. But that year I was at Sparq, I went to see Oprah. And it was the beginning of 2020. She was in Miami. She was in Miami. And she was in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. She was speaking in Fort Lauderdale. And she said, this is the year that you bet on yourself. And she said, and double down on it. Mm-hmm. In other words, believe in yourself and put all your fun, put everything on you. And so I remember in 2020 saying, I got to start my own agency. And I was like, dang, but I really love working with Nick. But I just felt like I needed to start my own. So then in February, I said, hey, I think I need to transition and I think I'm going to start my own. He was like, cool. And I said, I'm going to take the month of March off just to regroup and get ready to launch mine in April. Man, do you know I finished with y'all the end of February and that it'd be March. COVID introduced himself.
Yep.
So it started before I even launched and I was sitting there like, okay. And what I learned in that moment, it was a perfect storm. Because I was kind of panicking, but I realized a lot of people during COVID were playing defense. Mm-hmm. like, sports. And I felt like my strategy was to play offense. And I was like, wait a minute. And what I kept seeing was, oh gosh, the playing field is being leveled. Oprah, Ellen, all of them have their phone just like me. They got this.
Yeah.
And they don't have the lights and the cameras and everything. And they were doing Zoom calls and everybody. I said, I got a Zoom call.
Yeah.
I got a phone. And that was when I started to realize, I said, wait a minute, hold on. I need to start playing offensively. And I think what made that transition is my thinking. And I started betting on myself. So what you're seeing now, 5 years, well, no, it's 6 years later. Hey, we know each other that long? Crazy. Longer than that. Yeah. But you're seeing now the fruits of me betting on myself. And I honestly got tired of working for everybody else. Like, for me, I was like, man, I got all these clients. There's only so much time in the day. Mm-hmm. And so I was busy doing their thing. And then honestly, if I'm just being honest, because I love to be honest, it was just wearing me out to just get a certain amount of money that you're giving a certain deal to. And then you got all these team members that you got to pay. And then the person with the strategy and the vision is getting the less. I said, this ain't really what I want to do.
Sometimes it doesn't equal out.
Sometimes it doesn't equal out. And so I started to realize that, and I just started, thank God I started doing the YouTube stuff, and that started to open up new doors. But I can truly say that I am excited about being the main client of Come On Creative. Now, yes, we will still do other clients, but I'm only doing ones that's worth it. Like, I promise.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's like the Bible say, casting pearls before swine. In other words, like, you don't give pigs pearls. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I'm going to use some of this wisdom and marketing skill for myself, my own business, my personal brand. Now, let me ask you, what do you feel about agencies and personal brands? Do you think that that's something that agencies or agency owners are starting to leverage and do? Or do you think it's like, no, I'll just build the agency?
Well, first of all, it's awesome seeing what you're doing on the YouTube side and
Thanks.
like what you've built. It's inspiring. It's cool. It's
okay.
It's successful. It is. It's awesome. It's awesome. So
what makes it awesome though? I mean, I want to know.
I think the fact that like you just said, some of these things took a couple years to materialize.
Yes, it did.
And now you're seeing the fruits of these now, right? Mm-hmm. It's kind of what we talked about the other night, like you going all in at something that you're great at, right? People take note of that. It doesn't happen like this, but you've worked at that for 30 years.
Yeah. And you know what was crazy? When I first did my first podcast, it was called Show Up Podcast.
Yeah.
And I did it in 2016. So literally 10 years ago. And there was a guy that told me when I started, he said, if you want to be great at a podcast, he said, don't quit.
Yeah.
He said, because everybody that has a podcast quits. And if you just stay with it, you'll succeed. Mm-hmm. He was so right, because I did quit Show Up Podcast because I got overwhelmed. I was working in different places. I had agencies. I had clients. There's not enough time in the day, so I couldn't really keep the podcast rolling. Mm-hmm. But if I would have kept the podcast, that's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Bro, I probably would be like Lewis Howes or somebody big with a podcast because of the consistency and the longevity.
Yeah.
Now I'm just gonna say this, y'all. I'm not quitting make believe. I don't care if I don't have no guests. I don't care. I'm keeping this thing going because it's something that I believe. Because I really do, but I believe in myself.
Yep.
And I do really believe in people. So back to what you were gonna say.
One of the other things that you said at dinner too that like kind of resonated was, you don't get what you want because you want it. You get it because you believe in your heart that you believe in yourself.
Yeah, you believe in yourself. So I got that.
That was a little Oprah token.
Yeah, Oprah token. That was another Oprah token. And that was kind of why it's make believe on the go. Because she said, you don't get what you want because you want it. You get things in life that you believe are possible. And that really changed my life because I was like, I believe more in the clients. And it would get frustrating to be like, you know what, you should do this. Oh my God. And they won't try it. Or they're like, And then now, you know, there's old clients that I hear through the grapevine. Yeah, we should have embraced video with this client. And I'm like, oh, now that I'm gone, you want to do video now? Like, oh, okay. That's what I was trying to tell you, sorry, Tail, long time ago, that you should have been embracing video, but nobody wanted to listen.
Yeah.
And I just, you know, it's so crazy because I just did an AI episode and I was just talking about how Toys R Us used to be the only place that you could get toys. Mm-hmm. And what, do you know the story about what happened with Toys R Us?
Yeah. I mean, I miss, what a nostalgic store.
The only place you could get toys in the world was Toys R Us. But like I heard, they kind of stopped believing in the internet. They didn't believe in the trends. They didn't believe where it was going. They didn't believe in shipping. And so they were like, we're not going to ship our toys. We'll just let Amazon, this thing called Amazon, do it.
Yeah.
You're going to just let Amazon do it. Bye. See ya.
Yeah.
And so that's what happened. This only place that you could get toys is now out of business because of shipping. And they didn't, and they tried to change it at the end and do shipping, but it was too late.
Yeah. And
so my thing is, if you don't get with the trends, you get left. And so what happens is with these clients, I'm just like, listen, there are certain people that everybody talking about they do marketing. Everybody does not do marketing. And that's the beauty of working for an agency, like an advertising agency. There's a level of excellence that people do it at that I don't think people really realize.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like the university or the MBA of marketing.
Yeah.
I would say the MBA of marketing.
Yeah.
It's like
everybody can post on social media.
Everybody can post. Everybody knows everything. Everybody, it's like everybody can dribble the ball. Everybody can shoot free throws. Everybody can shoot 3 points.
Yeah.
We did that in high school. I was all-star in high school and I was all-star in college. But here's where the big boys call us to do big things. And then some of those people don't recognize your potential, your clients, and they, you know, have you had that experience where people don't listen to you and then either you lose the client because of their own shortcomings as far as marketing?
Everybody who's been in the agency world or has owned an agency has dealt with that same thing, right? And I don't know why it's siloed to marketing, but everybody thinks that they're an expert in marketing.
Bro.
You don't argue like that with your financial advisor, your accountant. You don't do it like that.
No.
You know?
Because I think everybody, and why do you think everybody thinks that they can do it?
That's a great question. I think that knowledge is very accessible today.
They got Google.
Yeah.
I just Google it and figure it out. Or now with AI, they're like,
whatever ChatGPT tells you, they think they, take it to the bank.
Which one do you use?
I use a mix.
Okay.
Claude, ChatGPT sometimes.
Okay.
I've been dabbling with some other creative tools that I really like. But another thing too is like part of this growth and expansion is I invested in a AI software development company with some of my closest friends from Pittsburgh, and we're building a lot of really, really valuable tools, specifically in the blue collar sector.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then your agency is looking to build a product, because I see now agencies are like, listen, being a service client, like having a client just doing all your marketing needs, that's not the way to win in 2027. It's really, you got to have some kind of product.
I think you can still win with service contracts, right? And that's one thing that I've learned since I've moved down here. The level of public relations that's done out of the Florida office is very sticky, and the team is very good at what they do. That's a service line, right?
Yeah.
So I think that you can still see a lot of successes.
Now, AI, is that affecting the public relations world, or is it kind of like...
Not as much.
Not as much.
We're in the process of building and rolling out our own tool for PR. But
see, that's that's the pivot that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You're making your own tool or your own product. It ain't just call 800-555, marketing.
Yeah.
It's not that anymore. It's like, well, we got a tool.
Yeah.
And we can monetize the tool. Mm-hmm. And then that's where you start to make your money off of the actual intellectual property. Right.
But, you get, so is it time we segue to AI?
Come on. We here. There. Just flow with it.
Every AI changes. Every week there's a new update.
Bro.
It's the greatest thing ever, right? And then next week there'll be something new. And it's like this race, Claude, AI, or Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, Grok.
Yeah.
Every week there's something, brand new. People are going to get sick and tired of being oversaturated with tech and AI. Like, I don't know where that lands.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to stay up to date with what's going to happen next week. Where do we buy our monthly subscription to? Which one?
Yeah.
Because the next week something's going to change.
I can tell you this. Some of the trends that are being predicted for 2027 is that Google searching, all that search data is out the window because people are not really going to Google to search anymore. They're going to ChatGPT and Claude. And some people are using Claude and ChatGPT like a Google.
Yeah.
It's instead of me Googling who my podcast guest is, I can be like, yo, Claude.
Create a list
or look up Nick Brucker. Yeah. He's an agency owner, and he was like, yes, Nick Brucker is Sparq Designs, and he went to play college golf. Like he'll give you, and you be like, how did he know all that?
Yeah.
And so why am I gonna go to Google and they just make me look through 20 pages?
Yeah.
Which is probably now, if you talk about, because everything was like Google it. Mm-hmm. And so now people are AI. Which I feel like, is it hurting agencies because like Google ads and stuff like that, people aren't searching on Google as much anymore. Do you see that it's affecting ads?
I think, yes, it is. Yes, it's affecting ads. People are still using Google,
right?
But Google and other search engines are losing market share.
Yeah.
To exactly what you're just talking about, right?
Yeah.
So,
see, it's so funny now that when you do Google something, it gives you the AI overview.
Yeah. Yeah. And
first,
that's
Gemini. Really all I needed.
Yeah.
So with that being said, how are you preparing yourself personally with AI? Like, are you just, what's your strategy to embrace it and then get ahead of the curve?
Well, just to the last point of search, right? So one of the things that we're doing to create some workarounds with Google search is making sure that sites and content on the pages or third-party websites that your AI engine is going and scraping to find information, making sure that those are optimized, making sure that your FAQ pages are optimized for generative search, right? Because that search tendencies are going to continue to skew in that direction.
Yes.
So making sure that, web and social content and all of those things that you typically do inside of your normal marketing mix are just optimized and put in the right spots so that you get picked up and the AI engines are scraping them.
All right. So for the people that are watching, ChatGPT or Claude?
I'm Claude now.
Yeah. Come on, Claude. Yeah. Claude is my boy, bro. He works for Come On Creative. He is the king. And why do you like Claude? Because a lot of people are like, well, I've heard of Claude. And I'm like, if you do ChatGPT, Claude to me is crushing ChatGPT.
I use them for different things, right? So for deep thinking and Claude Code is awesome. So Codex is also really good. But, right as we're filming this, Fable just recently came back out again.
And explain Fable, because my audience
just
is like, what?
It's a release of a model that is crazy powerful and can do deep work, deep thinking type tasks very effectively and very quickly.
Well, one of the things that I love about Claude is the conversational. I hate typing in now what I want it to do and think.
I got a hack for you right this second.
Tell me come on, hack.
Yeah.
Y'all getting it. This should be not even on camera, but
to that camera right there.
Tell that one.
Whisper.
Come on, tell me about Whisper.
All right. So what I do is I have this extension called Whisper, which allows you to talk freely instead of typing things out right now. And it's not like Siri or some of these other voice to text platforms that like miss words. It is fast in real time. So I have Whisper, which is a game changer. You know how the trend right now is like things worth the money? Whisper is worth the money. Okay.
Whisper.
Yeah.
Because now
WISPR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no ER, just SPR.
Yeah.
So I have Claude on my phone, the conversational Claude.
Yeah.
Which I do the audio.
Yeah.
And what I do like about it is like I just talk like Calvin.
Yeah.
So I don't have to be like, can you research the weather in Fort Lauderdale?
Yep.
I can be like, yo, Claude, what's the weather like in Fort Lauderdale?
Yeah.
And if I misspell a word a little bit, then they for the most part, I say they're about 80% get it right.
Yeah.
But you're saying Whisper.
Whisper, yes.
Kind of helps get it right.
Whisper helps like crazy. And another one is called BrainMate, and it's on iOS.
Okay.
BrainMate is something that I use Whisper to speak to BrainMate, which is a product that was built on top of Claude. And that basically keeps your life in total order. You don't ever miss anything. It sets reminders. It checks in with you. You just talk to it. How I use it, how I use BrainMate is I use Whisper to talk to BrainMate. I give a recap of my day. I talk about all the things that I did today. And then what it does is it categorizes people. It's going to say, okay, so I was at Yacht Kings and Calvin and I did a podcast. We talked all about marketing. Make sure in 2 weeks that I follow back up with Calvin to see where the video is, when it's going to be released, so that I can reshare and post it, right?
Yeah.
I'll have tasks by the end of that conversation that can sync with other parts of my life so that I will not miss anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you missed calling me back, though.
Well, I didn't have BrainMate.
Huh?
I didn't have BrainMate at that point.
Okay, gotcha. So basically, you like using that. Now, let me ask you this: if everybody does that, then what do they need you for, or what do they need me for, marketing wise?
See, I think with AI in general, it is a tool. It is going. It helps you with speed. I think we're in this era of marketing where speed is going to work to our advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. We have to be fast without compromising quality. So not every single person is going to want to go and download and use 52 different tools.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they need marketing strategy.
Yeah.
Because I don't think AI is great at marketing strategy.
No, you got to tell it. He don't just think like, you know what you should do.
Yeah.
It's like you got to prompt it.
You got to prompt
somebody
it.
has to prompt you. Like if you get a strategist, then you're able to go to AI.
Yeah.
But like somebody has to have experience to say, you know what, Calvin, you should do this, or Nick, you know what you should do?
Yeah.
You should do this. And then you go, Like okay, so I was on Nick the other day about his personal brand. Cause I feel like you don't do a lot on your personal brand, but I was just trying to tell you at dinner, like, bro, go after your personal brand just because I think you're great at what you do. But then now you could take that information and just go to your AI tools.
Yeah.
And it can help you flesh it out. Would you agree?
Yeah, oh, for sure. I mean, definitely thinking through an idea, it's great. It's a tool, right?
Mm-hmm.
So ambitious, creative, driven people who have better tools are just going to continue to be, continue to win.
Yeah.
You know? What it doesn't do is execute. It's not going to execute all of these things for you. It'll give you ideas. It'll confirm your ideas with some data points.
Yeah.
But people still need the marketing team in the room to help get them from point A to point B.
Yeah.
AI just makes it happen faster.
Yeah, that's true. So I got this thought. Let's play. It's not a game that we're about to play. Let's evaluate each other and say, I want to encourage you to do this for your marketing life.
Uh-huh.
So you look at me and say, Calvin, you know what? Have you ever thought about this? And then I look at you and just say, you know what?
Yeah.
I think you should move in that direction, and why?
Okay.
So
You put me on the spot.
I'm putting you on the spot. So I'm putting myself on the spot because I'm just like, because sometimes I don't think we listen to people that much, but then there are people that we really value their opinion. And so this is really true, y'all. Like, I really do value Nick's opinion. I really value your opinion.
I appreciate it. Me too.
And I know, you know, it's so funny when I call him a marketing bestie. It's because we just talk. We're like nerds. This might be the nerd episode of marketing, but like we love to just like, it's iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
It's like we help each other get better and be like, man, like I didn't know about Whisper, see? But I do today.
Yeah.
And so now my conversations are like, yeah, you know about Whisper?
Yeah.
You know, I sound all educated. But what would you say that I need to do, or do you need me to go first and ask you? Or tell you what?
Go first, since you came prepped with this.
Well, I know it wasn't prep. This was just off the cuff. I was just thinking like, you know what, we should just.
Yeah. But I think people would get value from that too.
Yeah.
Because it's like on the cuff or off the cuff type suggestions and help, you know?
Okay, so this is kind of like what I said at dinner.
Yeah.
So those of watching, Nick owns the TikTok at golf, right? Mm-hmm. First of all, how did you get the TikTok owning at golf?
So like 5 years, actually, yeah, right when COVID started, I don't know how I came across it, but at the time I had started an e-commerce direct-to-consumer golf brand, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to try to accumulate assets that could help grow and drive that brand. So I can't really remember how I got to it, but anyway, I ended up buying at golf on TikTok, the handle, right?
Crazy.
Yeah.
How many followers does it have?
Like 8,000.
Okay.
followers.
Yeah.
The problem is I never was consistent with creating content on that platform. So I've had it for 5-6 years and just kind of sat on it, right?
See?
But as TikTok has evolved and grown and just become, platform number 2 in the world or whatever.
Yeah.
That handle is so valuable now.
Yeah.
Even with me not pumping content into it. But go ahead. That's how I got it.
Me finding that out about Nick owning the TikTok at golf. And guys, this is one thing about Nick. He's very humble. Very talented, but he's very humble, which is a strength, which I like. You should definitely be humble. But Nick is a really good golfer. Like, for real. Did you play in college?
Yeah. Yep.
He's a college pro level golfer. Could you have went professional?
No.
Okay, no.
I mean, no.
But you ain't just the average Joe.
No,
playing
I'm
golf.
a
Like, if you
scratch
go-
golfer, which
If people, what's a scratch golfer? Because I don't play golf.
a scratch golfer is, to put it in just like they're a really good player. Yeah.
So you're a really good player.
Yeah.
Who plays golf. I'm not saying you're Tiger Woods or anything like that, but you're a good golfer, and you have this marketing brain and genius that you have. And I really think that you need to expand your personal brand in the golf world, because I believe there's something incredible about doing something that you truly believe in, that motivates you. You love golf. You've created products in golf before. Like I just think that's a space there that is waiting for you to own it. And y'all heard that first on Make Believe, because when it happens, you're going to play this clip from 2026 and say, I called this out about Nick Brucker and the at golf handle on TikTok, and just your brand in general. I mean, you're young, you're a good communicator, you got the marketing skill. I think that you should really prioritize working the golf brand of what you do.
Yeah. I've been thinking about that a lot lately too, and like just understanding what potential lies there. I already have YouTube golf content creators that are friends of mine. I already have the brands. I have all of the resources to really turn that into something. So I
want to just say to
agree.
you, and also to because I don't know the golf world, but if there's anything that you look at like, well, they already do it. It's me too. Mm-hmm. It's like me seeing a singer.
Yeah.
And if I was like, yeah, but they already got a male. Well, Calvin, you can sing too. So
yeah,
it's not just going to be one album on the shelves. It's going to be a bunch of albums, including yours.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about you with golf. I think you need to go hard with it. I think there's going to be brand deals for you with golf, because you're really smart. You study the products. I know that about you. You serve clients very well. You're a really, really, really hard worker. You're competitive in a healthy way.
Yeah.
Not like cynical and trying to one up somebody. But you're competitive. You're an athlete. Like you get like, I gotta be good at this. And I just think that you have it. And this is the time now, before everybody else figures it out, because they're gonna watch this podcast. You know, they gonna figure it out. I really think you should go max.
Yeah.
Go hard in the golf space and creating, even if it's just you, when you find a recreational golf activity that you can just go to, and it's like, I'm just gonna post it there because the golf lovers love this.
Yeah.
That's what I would think. If you were my client, maybe that's what we'll call this. If you were my client, this is what I would tell you.
Yeah.
So if you were my client, that's what I would tell you.
Yeah. Oh, that's good advice. And
is that good?
Yeah, it's good, because I think it's sometimes, or something that you know you need to do, but you just kind of need like nudged and pushed to be like,
and you got to make time for yourself.
Yes.
And even if it's just you making time on the weekend, and you just saying like, listen, I'm gonna do all my Sparq work, marketing, Kip Hunter work. I'm gonna do all that during the week, but on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm golfing.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hire a weekend content person to golf to do the. Bro, I'm telling you, I know I'm creating right on the spot, but I think there's really something there. Your weekend, if you compartmentalize what you do, your weekend activity will wind up outgrowing and your business. I'm foreshadowing that prophet. We call it prophesying. I'm prophesying that over you. I think it can grow. And then, like I said, if the changes happen in the industry, if it gets bigger or smaller with marketing, because that is the risky part with marketing.
Yeah.
You know, people think they can do it on their own. But at least you've started to build your brand in something that you're good at.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
I do.
Okay.
I do agree.
I I did a good job.
So if you were my client,
Okay, if I was your client, here we go.
So I was kind of telling you about this the other night, and you kind of alluded to it a little bit as well. But what you've done over the past couple years with building your own personal brand, or actually going more all in on your personal brand, right? That's now a very nice revenue driver for you, right? You're your own client now. You know how to manage and grow and develop yourself as your own client.
Yeah.
I think one thing from a growth standpoint on social is you grow and people want to follow people. You're either entertaining, inspiring, or educational. And I think one of the things for you is to teach. Continue, like leaning into the teaching aspect and the educational aspect of how can I lean in and provide more impact. Like you inspire people with your music now, right? Educate, how can they not be afraid to go up and sing, or how can they learn how to do these, I'm going to not say it the right way, but hit certain different ranges. If they're on the cusp of
just taking your expertise and speaking it forward so the people, I really do receive that, because there was a guy, this was at a church service, but he had kind of just said, man, I really see God wanting to use not just your singing voice, but also your speaking voice. And so that was really motivation of why I even started Make Believe, the podcast, because I feel like I have so much that I want to say about a lot of different things. But then, the temptation is to try to be professional. But then when I just really be who I am, because the truth of the matter is, y'all, I'm very professional with a hint of ghetto. I call it ghetto, but I'm a little urban. You know what I mean? I'm very professional. I know how to, hi, I'm Calvin Nowell. Nice to meet you. But then I'm all like, yo, what's up, boy? Chilling, So I'm kind of that guy. And I think when I just start showing up as my authentic self, it works. Like the other day, I posted this clip about AI. I said, you know what? If one more person posts an AI flyer, I can't take it. Don't y'all post these little cheap AI flyers. I'm not going to your event. I'm not going to your church. I'm not doing anything with an AI flyer that looks bad. And so I just said that. And that's got the most engagement out of everything that I've been talking about on my podcast, because I think I'm just showing up as me.
Yeah, it's authentic. And it's stuff that other people are thinking. They're just not saying it.
And that's what's going to be AI, is authenticity. Yeah. It's not trying to get AI to have you buttoned up and polished. Because we're going to get sick of AI content. You can't tell what's real anymore. And so with everything, it's like, is that real? Is that fake? Is that real? Is that fake? When you find the real stuff, then that's going to be the stuff that gravitates to people. And I think what I hear you saying is, I need to step into the teaching of the things that I know really well. And give my perspective. It's so funny that you say that, because there's some people that I follow that are I look up to in marketing, and they're like, the trend is teaching is where it's going. Yeah. They're just like,
I think that's one of authenticity is the other trend, right? Yeah. And then I wouldn't even say storytelling's a trend anymore, because it's been like a hot topic for 20
But how
years.
you tell it, what I mean? It just, you might beat the next person, because Claude is not going to tell you how to story, because he don't know your story. Yeah, right. But it's really you kind of looking inwardly. See, a lot of people don't realize, even while I'm here on vacation, I'm really internalizing what I'm about to do. Because, well, by the time this airs, my Silent Speak digital update cover, that'll be out. That's already out. Y'all, I'm sure y'all have tuned in on that episode. But I'm getting ready to talk about some things that really bother me. It's some old business relationships. It's just some things that I've been silent on, because it's like, just turn the cheek, Calvin. Just don't say nothing. Just. And I've been so silent. Yeah. That it's really bothering me. And I feel like, silence still speaks. Mm-hmm. Everything speaks. Either you're talking or even when you're not talking, you're still speaking.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I've been sending a message of things that I'm okay with. And I'm not okay. I'm just not okay. And I'm like, so I'm a little nervous, but my point of bringing that up is in the month of August, I got this content that I'm talking about, some hard topics, but I'm here regrouping, preparing my mind and my strategy, and I'm looking internal, you know what I mean? Because it's like, even when clothes come out in the market, like next month, you're not being able to buy a lot of summer stuff. They're selling you fall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I kind of use my late summer, early fall to prepare for 2027. That's why I'm even talking about 2027 right now, because everybody's just going to be, well, we got Christmas. I'm like, y'all stay at Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm going to get down here in 2027, and I'm trying to figure out my chess move, And so what I'm saying, all that to say, I receive what you're saying because I do find time to steal away and to process some of the creative ideas. And it's great because I just came out with Make Believe on the Go.
Yeah.
I'm like, I spent all this money on, which I'm still going to do it because I love my team and I love what we create and I love how we do it in the studio. But you best believe we going to be on the go. Because some of the people that I want to talk to don't want to come to Nashville to talk.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing those Zooms.
Yeah.
I don't like the Zoom
This is a better.
Yeah, like the one-on-one.
Yeah.
And so, yes, I am going to strategize. That's a good, I received that. That's a good thing. So, well, man, we've been kind of talking for a little bit. So, in trying to land the plane, what is your Mount Rushmore of creative entrepreneurs? Like, who do you look up to? Who's your Mount Rushmore of creative entrepreneurs?
That's a good one. Okay, so I would have to. I'm going to put Steve Jobs up there.
Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Okay. Why Steve Jobs?
I think to change or create a product or create a company that changes the world is pretty impressive.
That
right?
is impressive.
With an emphasis on not just like technology, but like design.
Yeah.
And like being a first mover in design.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Okay.
I mean, the Mount Rushmore, it's probably going to be like, people are going to like hate it or love it. But I mean, mine would be like Jobs. I think from creative entrepreneurs, I'm seeing a lot of this with like either a design or a marketing lens, right? Mm-hmm. Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
Whether you like him or you hate him.
Yeah. He changed the game.
He changed the game and created something new, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would have to put Musk on there.
Okay.
Because of...
See, you like the people with them. See, y'all, Nick gonna make a lot of money. You see he putting on his Mount Rushmore?
Creative entrepreneurs that are doing something that you either haven't ever thought of before, And another one I would put on there is Gary Vee.
Gary Vee.
Yeah.
He's on mine too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why do you like Gary Vee?
Authenticity.
Yeah.
He's comes from a good place all the time. Gives good advice. He's helpful. Good heart.
Yeah.
Out of all of those other ones, Gary Vee is like, I feel like the most approachable type of a person, but also just like gives people good, authentic, heartfelt advice. Right?
Yeah, he does.
And comes from the agency side, so I like that too.
So my Mount Rushmore for creative entrepreneurs would be one, of course, Oprah. Y'all, come on now. This whole thing is inspired by Oprah. Oprah Winfrey. Gary Vee is one. And I like Gary Vee because he disrupts your thinking about marketing.
Yeah.
He kind of like gives you the smack across your face, and you be like, "Come on, wake up!"
Yeah.
Even although he's not really smacking you, he cussing you
Yeah.
all the way out. And they all for my religious people watching. Like, guys, I don't watch a lot of them, but I do like to hear someone disrupt my thinking.
Yeah.
And so he kind of disrupts my thinking when it comes to marketing and helps me to think outside the box.
Yeah.
So
Right.
he's one. Scooter Braun
Ooh,
was
that's a good one.
He was one because I like what he did. He's not doing managing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But I like how when he did build his empire, he was building it by helping people. And that was really that was really inspiring for me.
Yeah.
I remember years ago I was a mix of Scooter, Oprah, and Gary V. Like, call me Scopra. Scopra V was my was my little nickname. So Scooter, Gary, Oprah, and my other creative entrepreneur. Ah, man. I don't like them as a person. I don't know much about this person,
Uh-huh.
but I love the ingenuity of Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
I order everything on Amazon. Like
Yeah.
I got it bad when it comes to Amazon.
I think everybody is like that now.
And it just changed the game of like
every single one of the people, all 8 of the ones that we named, everybody disrupts,
you know,
and
in
I think
some way.
Yeah.
And so I don't really look up to him, but I do have respect of like, bro, you did this, not probably, maybe he did know, but I don't think he knew. And I don't see it going anywhere.
No.
Anytime soon. So, and if it did go somewhere, he got more than enough money that he will never run out.
No.
I don't think having all that money is great either. I feel like I don't know, but I'm willing to try though, because I'm like, let me try. What would you do with a lot of money? Would you rather have a lot of money, or would you rather be like, I'd rather just be well off, but
well, how much is like
okay,
that much?
Like,
no, billionaire?
Yeah, billionaire. You know,
No,
money.
no,
You wouldn't want that. Okay,
Nah.
What kind of money would you want? That
enough to create. I think the measure of success. Everybody measures it money, dollars, right? I think for me, it's like this freedom. Like, I want to be able to do my happiness, success should be defined by like the freedom to do what I want to do with the people that I want to do it with, whenever I want to do it. If I can do that, that's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
what kind of money is that?
I don't know.
Millions? I mean,
Yeah, probably.
We talking 100 millions, or like we talking?
No, I think it's less than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just want to be very comfortable to do what you want
Just
to
to
do. Do life on your own terms.
Yes.
That's how.
Yeah, with the people that you want to do it with.
Yeah.
That's
And I probably, like people say, do you want to be famous? Like, I know I really don't want to be famous, because I feel like famous people can't really enjoy life.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be influential to my peers.
Yeah. Impact is important.
I want to have impact, but I'm not looking to be where I can't go into a restaurant and everybody, like, that's not good.
Yeah.
That's not good at all.
Agreed.
By the way, as we land this plane, I realized something today that bothers me. This is not even related to this show, this episode. Y'all, you know what bothers me? Because I'm on vacation, so I got to say this. I come down the elevator today, and there's 1,000 young girl dancers. It's a conference of young people. And I just said to myself, I don't like staying in hotels when there's kids conferences, they running down the hall. I think I just hit a breaking point.
Well,
And I don't
check
know why
out
that
tomorrow,
just came up to me, but it was fresh as I was coming over here.
Yeah.
I mean, they're everywhere. And I just can't. I don't know what it is. It's something that's like, no shade to the young people. I mean, I know y'all got to travel and do your sports and all the things, but I need to make enough money so that I'm not at hotels where the young people. No, ooh, I sound really insensitive.
Yeah, all the kid dancers stay away
All
from
the
Calvin.
kid dance. Well, then just it don't. It'd be the volleyball team. It could be the football team.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter when it's a bunch of them under the age of 13 and 15. And they all trying to be cool, and then I'm trying to be cool with them playing games and running down the hallways, the elevator. They was on the elevators getting on my nerves. And so then I just said that, and I'm staying at a nice hotel. You saw it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking, like, what y'all doing here? Where y'all got this money to be? Apparently they do. But it made me say something in my life of like, I'm going to have to elevate what I do to stay at the Ritz-Carlton. That's horrible. Because I know they ain't at the Ritz-Carlton. Like,
no dance.
y'all not having no
conferences.
dance competition on 3 different floors.
Yeah.
So I just brought that up because that kind of helped me when you were talking about the kind of money you wanted. I was like, and I was thinking to myself, like, I just want the kind of money that I can stay at a really, really nice hotel. Well, Nick, I want to thank you for being on this podcast. Guys, I know we haven't talked about everything with marketing. Any last parting words for the person that's watching? They're a creative entrepreneur. They love marketing. Any words of wisdom from your experience? Like, what would you tell the young Nick Brucker? What would you tell if he walked in and sat down right here? What would you tell you?
Yeah, I would say keep going and have fun with what you're doing, and don't take life too serious.
Don't take it.
That's one thing that I think a lot of people take life way too serious.
Yeah.
I try not to.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, none of this matters.
None of it really matters.
So you gotta enjoy the things that you're doing.
Yeah.
And if you go too many days or weeks where you're not enjoying it, you gotta change something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Have fun with what you're doing. But I want to say thank you. This was
Yes.
good connecting again,
Yes,
talking
it
marketing,
is.
good conversation.
And
it's fun. It's always
being
fun.
the bestie, we going to dinner, right? From here?
I got to go to the airport.
What? You got to go to
Kristen, I got to pick her up at the airport.
I didn't know. I didn't even know that he always got plans. I thought they was coming in the next day. They coming tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, see how that works? Guys, this is Make Believe. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we will see you next time.